undergoing huge, massive awakening in human consciousness, and wholesale changes to our society will follow. Here's my psychic forecast for the next 5 years. 5 psychic predictions. So here's prediction number 5. And keep in mind that timelines are fluid. Things can change. That's why it's a forecast. And it can all change as we change. So the idea is for us to continue to elevate in consciousness and feed positively into the collective. Let's be the change that we desire in our world so we don't have to go through a lot of heartache and doom and gloom and all that stuff. I'm very hopeful about the future. I feel very good about what's happening, but it's not always going to be easy. So number 5 is the new economy, and I couldn't possibly keep all this stuff in my head, so I'll be reading from my notes a lot. After a significant crash, I think around the middle of 2025 or so, that's going to change the landscape of global economy, and that's going to necessitate changes to happen. So changes in the world economy will follow. General pressures to eliminate currency are going to ramp up during this period. People are going to want things to be fair. They're not going to want it to be just one party or one person or whatever controls everything. So basically, the best ideas or the best concepts around things like Jasara and Nesara to create equality, to eliminate like exchange rates, equality in currencies, more of a global market, a softening of the borders and all that stuff. I believe that's a big part of it. So that's number 5. And I think the thing with the Jasara or moving in that direction is going to really start in earnest around 2027. Like I said, timelines can change. So number 4 is a major disease being cured. I'm thinking something along the lines of cancer. And as I'm talking, my feeling is it's going to be like a series of things. So lots of new discoveries, lots of new inventions during this period. A lot is being lifted, the veils are being lifted from human consciousness. So we're having access to more spiritual or cosmic knowledge that's going to translate it into new and better inventions, I believe. We may see the med beds and related technologies. I've been very slow to jump on that bandwagon, and for good reason. It hasn't happened yet, and there's really no signs of it. I believe the technology's there, but when I'm thinking beyond the frequency medicine, that's what the med beds are. It's more advanced frequency medicine. The big breakthroughs are more likely to be discovered based on quantum physics and cracking the genetic code and then coming up with therapies based on that. For number 3, what I'm seeing is a global peace movement. And basically, as the specter of global conflict looms and perhaps takes shape towards 2026, humanitarian efforts are going to increase also. Again, it's part of the awakening. It's part of the elevation of consciousness that's affecting everybody, from us right up to the world leaders. So towards the end of 2028, we could even see peace treaties with Russia, and even with Russia and the West is what I meant to say, and even with China, though that might be more into the 2030s, to be quite honest. Exposure on things like the mechanics of war, the profits of war continue. Again, it's all about elevation, and the primitive practice of war fades with conscious evolution, basically, and the horrific prophecies for later in the century won't happen. So to sum that part up, I do believe that there's going to be groups, organizations, and more people on the bandwagon to try to heal the ills of the world and to bring people together to the diplomacy table rather than on the battlefield. So number 2, this would be the split. And we've talked a lot about that. Society splitting in 2. There could very well be 2 separate societies or a sub-society by 2028. AI technology, robotics, cybernetics, all that stuff is accelerating. That'll continue to happen. And then the human interfacing with technology is likely to begin by 2026. There's already been some tests. It's already starting. But we'll probably through 2025 hear more about that. Social credit scores, the introduction of the metaverse, all the related plans are going to hit a lot of resistance. And again, it may work out that some people split, and then people create a more sustainable alternate society based upon the indigenous teachings and spiritual teachings, but also as well as on technological advances. And my number one prediction, drum roll please. Oh, and by the way, if you like this video, please like it and share it. That gets it out to more people. And if you'd like to see more content like this come up on your homepage when you log on to YouTube, just subscribe to the channel and join our community. So number one is full extraterrestrial disclosure, basically. And I feel like we're going to continue to see increased contacts, increased sightings of UFOs, the star beings, telepathic, as well as personal communication and interaction. It's going to continue to increase during this period. I think sometime between late 2025, it couldn't wait until 2027, but I think during that period, there's going to be full disclosure, meaning that there's going to be open interaction with alien races, beings that have been here for a long time. It's pretty well documented now. More and more evidence is coming out that the extraterrestrials have been working with humanity or watching humanity for quite a while. So there's that thing called Project Bluebeam, where they're creating this fictitious threat from the aliens. You know, I mean, there are negative alien groups that have been documented, but these are the positive ones, the ones that are working with humanity, assisting us in our evolution and awakening. Those are the ones that we're going to be connecting with, and I don't think Project Bluebeam is going to really come into full effect. With that, honorable mention goes to big disclosures of corruption, of politics, and the eventual fall of the deep state or the current system of rule that is very unfair to the masses, that only benefits a minute few on the family, the ruling class, whatever you want to call it. It's been a grand plan for centuries now. So basically, there's actually more, and if you'd like to get more details and about 10 more predictions and more details on this one, this video is a longer video about the predictions up until 2028 or through 2028. Check it out over here. I love you, and I'll see you at the next video. Namaste.